Welcome to Michael's Mailbox. Hey everyone, it's Joe and
Michael
from Bullion Now, bullionnow.com.au. You know the deal, it's Michael's Mailbox.
Yes, it is.
What do we do?
We're going to cover some of the comments on YouTube over the last week. So anything that requires a bit of a longer answer or is maybe repeated in different forms a couple of different ways,
Alright.
just mention them here, and that way we don't have to spend hours touch typing away.
Cool. Touch typing.
Touch typing.
Touch typing. How old are you? I think it's just called typing.
Oh, it's just called typing, is it? Okay, not hunting and pecking. It was the one intelligent thing I did in high school was take typing classes. Back in the dark old days where we had a typewriter and a... Sorry.
Woo.
Anyway, back to what's going on. So the first one we start in with is a live in lockdown. That's where we're doing our live streams. And many of you would have seen that. And if you haven't, stay tuned Friday the 8th. Friday the 8th of October at 2:30 Australian Eastern Summer Time.
Daylight savings time?
Daylight savings time.
Technically it's AEDT.
There you go.
Yeah.
We will be coming live. I think we're missing the Magnificent Joe. I think he's decided to pull the pin. I think he's a bit chicken over the Kookaburra challenge that we had going on.
It's still, the challenge is still on, and I'll put a link above. The challenge is still on.
It is.
And I'm going to win.
You're so confident you're taking the day off.
I'll come in the morning. It's just like I can't be there in the afternoon.
Yeah, very convenient.
Yeah.
Right, anyway, back to where we're meant to be. E-Waste Ben is commenting, when editing, increase the volume. So it sounds like we might be having volume problems again.
We will check into that E-Waste Ben. And on a separate note, Matt wants to have a chat with you, E-Waste Ben.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing insidious. We're
No.
just wondering if you'd like to...
Do an interview.
Do an interview.
Yeah.
But, yeah, because I believe you have an interesting lifestyle. So we'll chat later.
Yeah,
hopefully.
so Matt might get in contact with you.
Yeah, that'd be good. There's a few comments about someone's birthday on the day, but we're going to ignore those. I appreciate it, thank you. But I don't count any further.
What's that got to do with you?
Yeah, nothing.
Yeah.
Man of Workforce. I was the customer to whom Matt showed the difference between the proof and bullion coins. Matt's a legend, as are all of the BN team. I totally agree. The guys are great. He was extremely busy, had a line backed up for pickup, click and collect only at the moment, and still took the time to explain to a new. Thanks, Matt and BN. You are more than welcome. Jamie Frost. So Jamie's the one that had the sovereign that was confusing us slightly. So he's giving us a bit more information. So stay tuned on Friday, mate. I'll see if I can get back to you with a bit more detail on your 8.1 gram sovereign, and we'll go from there. Man of Workforce again. How dangerous... You can answer this one. I'll ask you the question. How dangerous is it to work at Bullion Now? Lots of laugh. If I worked there, all my pay would already be spent before I got home. How do you guys manage to maintain self-control?
It's hard. It's really difficult. It's dangerous working at Bullion Now for two reasons. One, of course, you want to buy all the good stuff that comes through and all that. But secondly, don't stand too close to Michael when he's got a knife in his hand. Because if you've seen some of the unboxings, he almost cuts himself, and you just want to keep your distance.
It's not going to happen.
Why do you think he wears a giant metal glove?
That was just to try and pacify people. It doesn't seem to have done anything.
Yeah, no, it's not working, mate.
So, alrighty. Any comments relating to last week's mailbox? Comp de Gracie, if I'm not butchering your name. So you asked a question about, or made a comment about your local coin shop, and you've just followed on. Thanks for answering my comment. You're more than welcome. I have indeed decided to no longer support my LCS. I'm from Switzerland. And there are other coin shops around just a bit further away. No big deal, as I like gold kangaroos. I'll consider buying my next one from Bullion Now. Oh, great.
Cool.
And that was, just to give a bit of background to that one, that was just me encouraging him to, or her, to not put up with service that they weren't 100% happy with wherever you're coming from in today's age. The internet particularly makes things more than ever available, and all of us can freight things to you. So, STI Custom, thanks for answering my question about the Scottsdale versus Perth mints. Kane Friday, just looked at the Maid Marian coin, very impressive, it certainly is. This one here. I did see this one go through. Dat Dog. Hi BN, how often are the unallocated prices adjusted? Is it done daily against spot price or is it live? It is live. Now I'm lying just fractionally in that our system updates, I think it's every 3 minutes, but it might be every 5. But yeah, so every 3 or 5 minutes you'll find the spot price on the on all of our stuff will actually update. So there's just that slight lag there while it churns through all the SKUs and everything like that. So, but other than that, it's absolutely live. Pioneer 05, one question, why do tubes of silver coins generally come in 25s? Would the preference not be 32 to represent a kilo? They're not all in 25s. I wish they were. Would you even say the majority of them in 25s?
I would actually say the opposite. The majority are in 20s.
Yeah, I would have.
Because when you buy, generic rounds, it's usually in your generic tubes of 20. It's more your specialist. I wouldn't say specialist, but it's your maples. It's your Royal Mint.
Yep, and the Phillies, I think.
No, Phillies are 20.
No, you're right. Phillies
Eagles
are 20.
Phillies are 20. Your generic ones are 20. Even your Krugerrands are 20. No.
See, this is the problem. Like Perth Mint, they're 25s. In tubes of 25s, unless you're getting rolls, they're in rolls of 20, or you're buying the rectangular bars. So the kangaroos or the dragons, because they're in 20s. It catches us out each time.
Silver kangaroos.
The rectangular kangaroos
right.
are in tubes of 20. The round kangaroos are in 25s.
Yeah, right.
So even within a mint, they don't stay with the same consistency. And then you throw 2-ounce coins into it, gold coin tubes. It's just all over the shop. It really is. And it drives us insane. And it's not the first time that one of us has sold a tube of 20s as a tube of 25 or vice versa and had to make phone calls to customers and go, look, we know we look like a complete goose over this, but we apologise, we've just done this.
Krugerrands are tubes of 25.
There you go.
Yeah.
So, hard to tell.
But the commenter was saying, wouldn't it be kind of better to do it in tubes of 32?
But 32 is not a kilo, it's 32.151. So, when we shave a corner off a corner, it's...
It's harder to count as well. It's like, I need 200 coins, so now how many of that are 32? You just get, it's easy to do it the other way.
Yeah, a monster box of 238.
Yeah, exactly.
Dark Hearts. Michael's comments about the semi-numismatic coins were spot on. Thank you, I appreciate that. Blake, do you insure packages sent to customers? I want to buy some stuff from you guys, but live in the US and I'm afraid it'll get lost in transit. We absolutely do. Every parcel that leaves BN is... Sorry, I had to confirm that in my brain. Every single parcel that leaves BN is fully insured up to X amount. And it depends on which carrier we're using at the time as to what that X amount is. It's usually around about the $25,000 mark. So you'll quite often find if you order 50 grand's worth, we'll actually break it up into 2 parcels and send out 2 individual parcels to make sure that it's covered by insurance. But yes, every parcel, whether it's domestic or international, is covered by our insurance. Do you know if there will be a 2022 1/10 Platinum Kookaburra Perth Mint coin? Don't know. That one's actually a private mintage, even though, again, it's produced by the Perth Mint. It's done in conjunction with one of the private companies. We don't actually get access to it, so we don't get a lot of information on it. I would fully expect them to produce it because it's incredibly popular, so I can't see why they wouldn't produce it next year, but I can't obviously speak for the guys that run that one. So lots of support. Adrian Baker, hi Ben, it seems like there's a lot of demand and your stock is disappearing quickly. Could you comment on demand you are seeing? Thanks. We are seeing good demand. It's probably actually calmed slightly since the insanity of COVID, but I think that was a combination, like that was a feedback loop. A lot of the manufacturers had closed down because of COVID restrictions, particularly overseas, but even here in Australia, Perth Mint had halved their workforce, like split the shift in half just in case they'd got COVID. So they were only probably producing, 2/3 of their normal capacity and only a tenth of their normal variety. So people were seeing a shortage, so they grabbed everything they could, which caused a shortage. So people grabbed more. So it was kind of this vicious feedback loop. We've actually come well back off that. There is still good demand there, but it's not that insanity that we saw earlier on. General support there. Move on to the next video, I'd say. Website running smoothly once more. So people may have noticed we had a slight hiccup with the website someday last week, where I can't even remember what went. Oh, no, some people could see the website, some people couldn't, and some people's the price just went up a ridiculous amount. It took us a little while to trace it back, but it wasn't actually anything to do with us. It was the server back at the people who provide servers for us. So they've got that fixed and up and running, and it was out for about an hour. And obviously people were a little concerned with why they couldn't see things. So all good. There's a number of comments, and I'll get Matt to respond to these, on the interview Matt did with the Silver Joker. Really good video from what I hear. I have to admit, I actually haven't seen that one yet. I haven't had time. But I will make it a priority for today. But yeah, lots of good comments there, and we'll make sure Matt gets back to some of those. A few comments on the delayed shipping. So for those who aren't aware, and we did another one today, the freight system in Australia particularly, but around the world, the freight system is under a lot of strain at the moment. In Australia, we're seeing shutdowns because of COVID. So if a depot, and FedEx is the one we had today, where they've had a COVID case there, so they're now in deep clean, so everything gets basically locked up where they are. They won't deliver anything, they won't let anyone in, and they won't pick up stock, so there's a delay there, and then once they've done the deep clean, there's a delay where they're catching up with everything. So that was more a general comment of, we're seeing these stress signs throughout the whole network, and obviously when one goes down, it causes stress on the others because people move it across. We're seeing quite a number of strikes in this country as well at the moment. So all these things are adding to a stressed network. So just be patient. Your items might take an extra couple of days to get to you. You'll still be able to fully track them. Everything leaves with tracking numbers, and it's also causing delays inbound. So I know we've got some stuff locked up at TNT at the moment, and we can't access it because everything's in lockdown over there at the moment. So, and that's inbound stuff. So it's affecting everyone. My message was, just stand by. It will clear, but it will take a little bit of time. Most people just saying thanks for the heads up. Peter Grace Me Guide. Airborne delivery. We've got a small airfield and a few others in the region. So can't we just drop it off there? I'm paraphrasing slightly. So,
I still want to do that.
I think we should.
That's a video.
Yeah, I think we should.
Like if someone buys, one of the 15 kilo bars or 1,000 ounce bar or something, we have to do a personal delivery.
Yeah, jump in the plane and
absolutely.
Yeah, a little plane. That'll be a good flight.
Yeah.
So if you want to buy a 15 kilo bar or a 1,000 ounce bar or something like that, and you want it delivered, let us know and we'll coordinate something in the plane.
Absolutely.
The Bullion Now plane.
Yeah.
Martin Green. This is actually one I saw this go through and I wanted to touch on it. As long as they don't leave it, this is talking about deliveries, as long as they don't leave it on the doorstep like my last order, no one signed for it. I won't quote the exact numbers, but Bullion left on the doorstep in plain sight. It's a bugbear for us. Obviously, once it leaves our dispatch area, we have no control over it. And it's actually the contract that we've signed, the absolute agreement with the delivery company is that thou shall not leave it on the doorstep without a signature. You will always hand it over to a person, or you will take it back to base. Unfortunately, the same as any system, you always get the occasional rogue operator that doesn't fulfill the requirements, and obviously in this case we've had that happen. It doesn't happen a lot, but it does happen. And look, contact us if it happens to you and the parcel's still there or not there. Contact us straight away so we can give the delivery company as much feedback as we can and as early as we can to say, hey, this is happening in this area. You've got a guy that needs you to tap him on the shoulder and say, hey, this is not good enough. This isn't what they're paying for. So don't be frightened of communicating that with us as soon as you practically can, and we will chase it further. So again, our full apologies, but moving forward, if it ever happens to you, let us know. The Fractastical Gold and Platinum unboxing.
Yes, I stole that.
I actually saw that in one of the comments you made. That
because silly me, uncreative me, I just said the fractional epic or whatever it was, and who was the one that commented?
I don't know. We'll get to it and I'll let you know. But It was a dad joke, apparently.
Apparently.
Yeah, so good feedback. I like that one.
It's had some good views, that one, in a very short amount of time.
And look, it's great. We don't see fractional gold and particularly platinum very often in this country. It's difficult to import and it's a pain in the backside, just quietly. So, yeah, absolutely grab it while you can. I think, is that the one where we've got the 100th of an ounce? No,
that was the Scottsdale.
That was the Scottsdale gold
last week.
Yeah, so which is 0.3 of a gram, near enough.
Yeah,
you know, like to see that kind of fractional stuff in Australia. Look, it's not impossible, it's not rare, but it's unusual because, like I said, it's a pain in the backside to get in the country. Calypso Moon, take a deep breath, mate. I haven't cut. Tell a lie. So I was going to say I've never cut myself. I have cut myself once on camera. It was ages and ages and ages ago, and it was only it was enough of a nick that I had to cover it up. But yeah, I'm obviously stressing you out with my knife skills. Obviously, I'm stressing Joe out as well. There's a few people I'm stressing out. I will try harder. I promise.
Yeah.
MSKR 111. Will you be ordering the rest of the Virtue series in 1/10 platinum as it comes out? Happy to get the Victory coin regardless. Replayed the video many times to see it. It doesn't have the background like the 1 ounce, but lovely nonetheless. Exciting week. Our intention is absolutely to import them. Whether we actually manage to or not, it's always a different matter, but absolutely we're trying to. Okay. Pick up Hassleness. I think I've butchered that. So my apologies. It's nice to see the Vienna Philharmonic musicians from my home country also exist outside of Austria. The symbol of the Philharmonic is the organ of the Vienna Music Hall. I'm not sure I knew that.
Yep, it's an organ.
So there you go.
Yeah.
Love those platinum and gold fractional coins. Well done. Agreed. Finally, a chance to see a 1/25th ounce Philharmonic. That was from the Midnight Gardener, that last comment. So yes, I'm not even sure I've seen them before. I've seen them before overseas, but I'm not sure I've ever seen them before in this country, but I might be wrong on that. Do you guys sell the tubes the coins come in? Not as a rule.
If you bought the whole tube.
But yeah, if you buy a tube or near enough to the whole tube, the chances are you're going to end up with the tube. Yeah. We don't tend to sell them. If we had an empty one and you're in store, you're more than welcome to ask, and if the boys have got it spare, they'll let you have it. So, mostly outdoors. Is it reeded or faceted? Or is faceted just a jewellery term? As far as I'm aware, it's reeded, it's not faceted, and as far as I'm aware, faceted is a jewellery term, not a bullion term. I'd have no doubt someone's going to correct me on that. Midnight Gardener. He's the one that gave you the fractastic unboxing.
That's right. Okay. Thanks, mate.
So, yeah. I appreciate when you glove up. I'm stressing out Stephen Mills as well. Yeah, that boxing was amazing. It absolutely was. Philharmonic tubes are the best. I'll agree with that. Austrian Stacker. Funny, you show Austrian coins in your unboxings. I show Australian coins in my unboxings. Yeah, we do. They're great. Midnight Gardener. That's a classic. Coincidentally, my very first silver coin was given to me in Baden when I was attending primary school there. Baden or Baden? I've probably buggered that. A 100 shilling Johann Strauss 150 anniversary commemorative silver coin. I still have it with me now. So there you go. A lot of good banter going between the two. So log on and have a look at that one. Are you ever going to get the 1 gram platinum in stock?
Whoa, that's hard. That's really hard.
Like I keep saying, fractional's a pain in the backside. I will. Yeah, the premiums on it are huge. I'll make the inquiry. Let me put it that way. I'm not guaranteeing I'll get it, but I will make the inquiry. SDI Custom, I found out as well. So I'm not the only ignoramus in the world.
Okay.
Golden Reward, lots of fake slab coins on eBay. I bought one but got my money back, so be very careful. Absolutely, the slab coins. In that unboxing, we had some slabbed half-ounce platinum eagles. Yeah, you got to be careful. Usually the ones on eBay aren't from PCGS or NGC. They're one of these random Chinese names. The other way you can tell is quite often you can buy the empty slabs, whereas you won't really buy PCGS or NGC slabs anywhere, particularly on eBay. So you do a bit of research before you buy something slabbed, and if it's not PGCGS or NGC, have a look and see if you can buy the slabs yourself, because if you can buy the empty slabs off somewhere like, the Alibabas of the world, chances are you might be running a risk on that one. The Guam Stacker. I've really got to find out if you're actually from Guam, mate, so let me know. I'm really surprised you got Fractional American Platinum Eagles. They were only minted from 97 to 2008, and they usually, I'm assuming we're talking about the half ounce here, they usually carry a pretty steep premium. They absolutely do. I would love to pick up some one day. Also wondering if you guys are going to charge the bullion price for them or add a little more premium because they are slabbed and graded. So yes, he's talking about the half ounce.
But we didn't sell the slabbed ones.
We didn't sell most. I think we sold one. The problem is I love slabbed coins, actually. I really hate slabbed coins because, particularly in the bullion arena, because it instantly means we need to add GST to them, and then I get accused of price gouging. So, no, we're not actually charging huge amounts for them when we eventually get around to selling them, but it will look like we're charging a huge amount because we've had to add 10% GST to it. So, just be aware of that. Alrighty, 50 gram granules, will they come back in stock? They absolutely will as soon as I go and buy some more. The 2022 Kookaburra Challenge. Joe, would you like to enlighten us on what that challenge is, since you're about to lose it and you're chickening out?
I have no idea what you're talking about, good sir.
Yeah. So, Joe and I have been having an on again, off again argument about the...
Kookaburra on a bird bath.
Yeah, and how real that is and how should they have used that design.
The photos exist. Real photos of real kookaburras on real bird baths exist. You're saying people 20 years ago faked them and put them on
No,
on
I'm
the
not.
internet?
I'm not saying they've never existed. I'm saying I dare say someone can find a kookaburra that's, stuck to a car grill. That doesn't mean it's a normal operation for it.
Okay.
The coins are usually set out normal things. They're a pictorial of a normal thing. If they've got it on a power line, I'd understand it. If they've got it sitting in a tree, I'd understand it. And I know they've got to, vary it and shake it up and all this sort of stuff. And I know they really don't care what I think. But a kookaburra on a bird bath is just not normal.
Anyways,
check out the challenge.
Yeah. Well, just check out the challenge. I'll link it above. You've probably already received the link. Check it out above. You'll see the challenge. You'll see why I will win and why you will be wearing some kind of kookaburra fare on Monday. Not on Friday, because I won't be here on Friday.
No.
On Monday.
Yes.
You'll be doing it.
Yeah, well, there's a few people that agree with me on here.
But everyone needs to watch that video and share it around, because we want to watch the video, you'll see what the challenge is, spread it far and wide, because so far no one's done it, and I look like I'm going to lose at the moment. But we've still got the weekend.
But there has been, I've got to say, you guys have incredible imaginations. There are some really good pictures that have been sent in to us.
Artwork? Shall we call it that?
Artwork. The imagination just...
We're not, the challenge is not to send in artwork of Photoshop thing. You want to find a real kookaburra on a real bird bath. Watch the video, it will explain, and it will explain what we will give you if you can do that.
And there are some classic notables that we'll show on Friday that are really good.
Mm-hmm.
AY, I'm with Michael. It looks like a Roman balcony to me. I totally agree. Anyway, somebody's asking for a snapshot of Bigfoot while we're at it. A lot of feedback on that one. I probably won't go through it. And the last one on here is just the shipping update, which the only comment is from Lilith on that. I'm curious if everything going on has impacted both BN and LCS. So LCS is a little coin shop, which is our sister company that deals with more the numismatic side. Shipments from Perth Mint as well. Yes, it is impacting on it. It's not impacting on it hugely yet, but we're starting to see more and more delays feeding into the system. And that's about it for now, unless Joe's got any comments he'd like to throw in.
I have no other comments. That's it.
Right, so that's it from all of us. If I haven't covered your comment that it's a burning issue and you would like it covered, just put it in the comments below and we'll either refer to it or answer it in the comments below, or we'll make comment on it next week. Friday the 8th, thank you, 8th of October at 2:30 Daylight Savings Time. tune in for our live stream. We do all sorts of crazy things, and Joe's not there, so he's going to be the butt of every joke that we're going to do.
My ears will be burning. Yeah.
And stand by for tomorrow, Thursday. I'm assuming this is going to get released on Wednesday.
Yep.
So stand by on Thursday. We've got a big release of all sorts of things, and you will love it.
Possibly our biggest epic unboxing ever.
Certainly for quite a while.
Yeah.
I remember there was one where we stood on top of it and
that's true.
And went nuts with that one. Big pallet
This
delivery.
is an all-in epic unboxing. We got you involved and Matt and myself. It's like a big Royal Rumble sort of deal.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
It was. All right, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And as always, that's it from me.
And from me too.
See you soon.
See ya.